Hi, this is Miss Curry, and we're going to look at the skill that focuses on the remainder theorem and the factor theorem. Okay, so here we go. And you can take a minute to write down this polynomial. P of x equals 2x to the fourth minus 6x cubed plus 6x squared minus 25x plus 21. And the question says, which of the following is a factor? So we're going to do this for two different times to kind of look and see. Now, we could go through with synthetic division. That's a completely legitimate way to do it. Not always the fastest, but I want to focus on the remainder theorem and the factor theorem, which states if P of 3, now I'm using 3 because that's what would make this 0, and I'm going to plug 3 into the function. I could write it all out like this. But I'm not going to do the mental math. I'm going to use my calculator to assist me. And so let me pull up my calculator and I would type in, let's see, is this going to quit? To the calculator, 2 times 3 to the fourth, and then minus 6 times 3 to the third. I guess I'd be more careful with parentheses if the 3 was negative, but it's not. Plus 6 times 3 squared, and then minus 25 times 3 plus 21. And the answer it gives me is 0, which does mean that x minus 3 is a factor. Since if you have P of 3 equaling 0, what this means is x minus 3 is a factor of P of x. If we'd gotten a different number out, that would be the remainder, which would mean then that doesn't divide in evenly. It leaves something left over. So getting this remainder of 0 or getting this output of 0 tells us that this is a factor. We're going to try it also for the x plus 7, because maybe it is a factor too. So let's see. Now this time we want to think about what would make x plus 7 0, and that would be a negative. So we're going to do P of a negative 7. And again, we would go through and we'd be careful, like 2 times a negative 7 to the fourth minus 6 times a negative 7 cubed plus 6 times a negative 7 squared minus 25 times a negative 7 plus 21. And you really do have to be careful with parentheses when you use your calculator. One thing I can do, since I just kind of used this polynomial, is I'm going to just do second, enter, and everywhere I had a 3, I can replace it with a negative 7. So this would be kind of nice. Negative, insert 7 to the fourth, and then I've got minus 6. And then I'll do a negative 7 there. And then here I'm just going to do a negative 7 to the second. And then I've got minus 25. And then times a negative 7. Oops, I need to do plus 21. Okay, so I think I've got it. And if I get this, whoo, that's a really large number, which it is not 0. So that tells it is not a factor. If we had divided the polynomial P of x by x plus 7, this would have been our remainder, this really, really large number, 7,350. So P of a negative 7 equaled 7,350, which does not equal 0. Therefore, x plus 7 is not a factor of P of x. Okay? Or we could say the 7,350 would be the remainder if we had divided the polynomial by x plus 7. Hope this helped with the remainder theorem and the factor theorem. Good luck.